Alright, what is up guys, N84 here and welcome back to another movie review. And I know this isn't the usual format I use. This one, I used this one for the Black Widow movie review if you remember that one. But yeah, not my favorite, but we're just going to have to deal with it. And also, if you guys hear some noise or you guys see smoke on the screen, just deal with it, okay? I have to have it on. It's a humidifier, I have to have it on. And also, yeah, I apologize. I missed a few days. I've been dealing with stuff. So yeah. Today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be talking about Shang-Chi. Not Shang-Chi, Shang-Chi, okay? And we're going to be talking about it, okay? It's breaking records. It's getting pretty good reviews. I believe it just broke the Labor Day box office record, so that's a pretty good thing. Because a lot of people were very skeptical about this movie. A lot of people didn't know who this character was. A lot of people were just like, an Asian-led Marvel movie? Nah, this ain't going to do well. And I'm glad to say that they have shut all the naysayers up, alright? This movie is performing well, and it was pretty good, I must say myself. But yeah, the first half is just going to be talking about the movie, kinda. Just some things I enjoyed, but then I'm going to give you guys the indication where we're getting into spoiler territory. So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, you want to watch it for yourself, I will let you know when we are getting into spoiler territory. But without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about the movie. Yeah, I do apologize for my absence throughout the last few days. I've been going through a lot, so I apologize. I've been working, dealing with personal health issues and stuff like that, so I apologize. But enough about me. We're not talking about me. I'll explain more about that in the next video. But today we're going to be talking about this amazing masterpiece of a movie. Well, I won't say it's a masterpiece, but it's pretty good, man. You guys should definitely check it out if you haven't already. But yeah, man, this movie was pretty dope. It was a pleasant surprise. Unfortunately, I'm not too familiar with the character himself. I know a little bit of him, a little bit about him, but I don't know. I just wish I knew more about him. And this movie definitely makes you want to see this character more. It definitely makes you want to, see this character progress more, see where he goes in the future. Because I know, from my understanding, he's more of like a Defender level hero, like a street level, like Iron Fist, Daredevil, Luke Cage. Like, he's one of those kind of characters. But in this movie, they make it seem like he's on par with freaking Iron Man, Captain America, all of the Avengers, actually. So I'm pretty glad that they, definitely showed that this guy is definitely a threat. He can definitely throw some hands, because that's what I like to see, okay? This movie has some of the best action that you will see in any Marvel movie. I promise you, it was pretty dope. The action scenes were pretty solid. I actually, it's definitely up there with the top tier Marvel movies in terms of action. So I'm definitely satisfied. Yeah, this movie was pretty good. I gotta say, I actually enjoyed it better than Black Widow, if I'm being 100% honest. Because the problem with Black Widow was the timing. It just felt out of place. It felt like it should have came out a long time ago. Whereas this movie, it feels fresh, it feels new, it feels, genuine, it feels very exciting. You want to know this character more, you want to see him more. And I thought that this movie overall was pretty consistent, pretty entertaining throughout. You get some backstory, you get a lot of family drama and stuff like that throughout the film. So it was pretty entertaining, actually. I thought the action it's definitely up there, if I'm being 100% honest. So with some of the other MCU movies, the action in this movie was top tier. I really enjoyed it for the most part. I do think they tried to be a little too funny at times, if that makes sense. Like, some of the humor just fell flat, in my opinion. And it's because, if you're in the middle of, a serious scene, or you're in the middle of, an action scene, and you just try to, crack a joke, and it doesn't hit, it's just nah. And that was the problem with this movie. I think they tried a little too hard to be funny. Maybe if it was Robert Downey Jr. or Paul Rudd, then maybe it could have worked. But in this case, it did not, unfortunately. But that's just my opinion. Maybe it was hilarious to you. Who knows? Maybe you found it to be hilarious. I'm stuttering a lot. I'm sorry. I've been going through it, alright? I haven't had any coffee. I haven't had a Monster today, so just work with me, alright? Just work with me. But the good thing about this movie is it makes you want to see this character even more. Whether it's a sequel or a team-up movie, maybe a new Avengers movie, who knows? But this movie definitely makes you want to see more of Shang-Chi as a character. Definitely makes you want to see him do more action-wise. Because, hey, man, I ain't gonna lie, he was throwing hands in this movie, okay? He was throwing hands, alright? This movie had me in the theater. As soon as I was walking out, I was ready to fight anybody and anyone, alright? I was ready to fight anybody, anywhere, anytime, okay? I was ready to fight a boy, a girl, an elder, a child, a dog, you name it. I was ready to throw hands, alright? After watching this movie, I was, woo! Boy, there was all this and that, man. I was see how excited I am. You guys better watch this movie, man. They just throwing hands. But I'm glad that this wasn't just a regular martial arts movie. It adds a little more to it. All right. It's not just them just throwing hands, like Jackie Chan or anything. Even though I think this movie does take some of its scenes in inspiration of Jackie Chan, man. Especially in the fight with the bus. But you know what I'm talking about. But yeah, other than that, man, I thought this movie was pretty solid. I thought the action was pretty good. I thought Shang-Chi was very entertaining, very badass. Cause I ain't gonna lie to you guys, okay? I was in the theater, I was cheering, I was like, yeah, get him, Shang-Chi. And then the people in the theater, man, they jumped me. They spilled my popcorn, they spilled my drink, and they beat me up, man, just because I was having a good time. All right, that shows you guys something, okay? You don't want to bother the MCU fan base, okay? These people are a different breed, all right? These people are different, all right? Okay, obviously that didn't happen, but you believed it. You probably did, okay? Because it's very believable, actually, if you think about it. But anyways, I'm going on a little too much, all right? Let's get into spoiler territory, okay? So if you don't want to hear any spoilers, click off, go away. Go watch it for yourself, then come back. But yeah, 3, 2, 1. Alright, so the spoilers. The good thing about this movie is Wong. You guys know him, the actor Benedict Wong. He's in Doctor Strange. He's a pretty good addition in this movie. I thought that he was very entertaining, man. He pretty much stole every scene that he was in. I really enjoyed him. You also get the fake Mandarin from Iron Man 3. He's in this movie, which I thought was a pretty cool and pretty interesting thing. There are 2 end credit scenes. One's a post credit scene, one's an end credit scene. Definitely check those out. Who else appeared in this movie? Oh yeah, Bruce Banner, Captain Marvel. So yeah, you got some heavy hitters in here, man. I thought that they added a little extra star power, even though it's like small cameos or whatever. They made it work. I really enjoyed it. The plot itself was pretty interesting to me. It was pretty cool, like a little family, dynamic going on. And the father, even though he was evil, you kind of was like, okay, his reasoning isn't terrible. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I don't agree with him or anything, but it was one of those cases like Thanos. Like, you can be like, okay, I can somewhat see why he's doing this. But yeah. Oh yeah, and how could I forget, man? Abomination is in this movie. You guys know him from The Incredible Hulk. He is in this movie, man. That was pretty cool. And that's not actually a spoiler, because he was in the trailers and everything. But yeah. But anyways, even though I really did enjoy this movie, it's not without its flaws, unfortunately. Those flaws are, I do think that this movie suffers from... Oh man, where do I start? Okay. We're gonna go with this one. Like I said, I think the ending was a little too cliche. Like I wish they could have come up with something different, but it's alright. I thought the ending was just a little too cliche. And a lot of the humor, unfortunately, didn't really hit for me. I think, like, it's MCU humor. Like I said, if you're not Robert Downey Jr. or Paul Rudd, like, don't try to be too funny, man, but that's just me. I thought that was one of the main reasons this movie suffered, was because the humor just wasn't that great. And also, I thought towards the ending they had a little too much CGI. I think they should have just toned that down just a bit, but that's just me, man. But other than that, definitely go check it out, man. If you enjoyed this the video, feel free to drop a like, share, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, man. I'm an A4, and I will see you guys in the next video. So I'm out. Yeah, peace. Whoa, wait, okay. I forgot something. I forgot to give the rating. I'm stupid. I've been having a rough few days. Please forgive me. But yeah, I'll give this movie an 8 out of 10, and I will actually go back in time and slap myself. And I'm going to give Black Widow a 7 out of 10, because I gave that one an 8 out of 10 last time. But yeah, forgive me. I'm out. So yeah, peace. Drop a like. You know what to do.